The identity disk is a physical manifestation of one's soul inside a computer. In 1982, ENCOM was able to create a way to essentially create energy out of matter and convert the two without the explosive properties of a hydrogen bomb, or an atomic bomb for that matter. This technology involved what they called digitization, where instead of scanning matter and making a digital copy, that matter was actually converted into digital information. Now imagine if your brain was converted into digital data. Essentially, you were converted into a program. Imagine, how would you respond to the electronic stimulus you'd be getting from the computer? Enter the identity disk. This disk essentially defines who you are, all your skills, everything that makes you you is on this disk.
So I don't have any face paint on. This is the first video that I have done where I'm not wearing face paint, but I don't need it right now because I have a Theremin. So I think that that makes up for any lack of face paintery. The Theremin. Most don't know the name, but we all recognize the sound. I don't really do anything fun with my green screen, I just realized. It's a green screen, so I could just have like nuts, random jazz going on behind me. I don't. The Theremin is a musical instrument used to do what music does best. Stir emotion. You can feel like we're witnessing something mysterious, ominous, or inspiring just from the sound a little box like this can make.
You're right, music does stir emotion, but it's impossible to experience emotion without a mind, without a brain. And inside a computer, the identity disk is your mind, is your brain, is your very soul. And because of the time dilation effect, 1 second in the physical world translates to an entire hour in the digital one. So with your identity disk, through your identity disk, your mind and soul, you could write an entire song in the time it would take to perform only one note in the physical world.
The theremin is also awesome because if utilized properly, it can indicate when someone has a natural knack for music. The theremin is played without being touched, and the players are relying 100% on their ability to recognize correct and incorrect pitch and ill-fitting volume. And their ability to use micro movements to correct any flaws in their song.
With an identity disk, learning a new skill is simply a matter of finding the right code and splicing it into the already existing code in your identity disk. Open source software is totally free, so that already gives me a huge library of skills to choose from without having to pay anything, and I can program them instantly into my identity disk.
The theremin has been used for music in film, sound effects, education, and even sound therapy. The theremin has many designs to suit the needs of its users. And an amazing use for the theremin is it allows me to communicate with tiny Ultron. Is it obvious that I didn't know what I was doing when I wrote the script for this? Tiny Ultron thinks the theremin is better, don't you, Tiny Ultron? Experienced players can make a sound that has been described as something similar to a purified and magnified saxophone. And even inexperienced players can come up with some entertaining results. The appearance of the theremin is unusual and interesting, and if nothing else, it could serve as a conversation piece. Like my conversations with Tiny Ultron.
The identity disk is aesthetically beautiful. The continuity of the circle is analogous to the continuity of the soul, the endlessness of the mind. The identity disk represents the beauty and superiority of the digital age. This combination of metal and plastic and algorithms is infinitely more powerful than any analog instrument could ever be.
Theremin comes in a lot more styles than an identity disc. It kind of has a richer history. Identity disc can't be used to treat anxiety, but a theremin can.
Imagine having a soul so intense, so powerful, so unstoppable that it could literally be used as a physical weapon. I don't have to, because I have an identity disk. The disk is sharp, the disk is fast, and because the user's mind is contained within the disk, hand-eye coordination isn't an issue when throwing it. And that's my argument for why the identity disk really has no competition.
To wrap up, the theremin is gorgeous, unique, entertaining, educational, and overall awesome. It's a piece of history with a lasting design for functionality in the far future.